Hello friends and viewers. Thank you all for your encouragement for subscribing to our channel. The subscriber base has increased and we are very happy and encouraged about the same. We would be more happy if you can share all these videos with your known people so that someone will get benefit from this for their health and well-being. Today I want to touch upon a very important topic, that is our respiratory system. And what are the commonest conditions our respiratory system goes through today, and how do we manage that with acupuncture and yoga therapy, and also with a proper diet in our lifestyle. What are the major factors which contributes to these lung diseases? Commonest today probably is you may have heard about pneumonia, that too related to COVID, viral pneumonia. So we also need to take steps to make sure that our capacity of the lungs, our immunity is at maximum, so that we can ward off these conditions by taking necessary precautions as well during the pandemic. Along with the pandemic precautions and increasing our lung capacity or immunity will automatically give you strength to fight this pandemic. That is one important aspect what we have to follow in terms of managing our pandemic today. The other aspects, many people ask, if I'm having asthma, bronchitis, rhinitis, am I more prone to this pandemic? Probably yes. It depends on how well you manage. If you have managed it well, probably you're not. You're just like any other person. It is just like anybody having with comorbidities are more prone to pandemic. Same situation with allergic rhinitis or bronchitis or asthma as well, which is okay. But if we take care of ourselves, we don't have to worry about that too much. But how do we take care of it? And what are the factors contributing to all these diseases? The most important we have to understand is our physical ability, physical factors of maintaining a good health in terms of our exercise, so that the musculature of our lungs, on the chest, abdomen, our posture of sitting, because most of our jobs are the sitting or desk kind of job. If you're not having a good posture, that will impact our lung capacity because of our couching habits. So just imagine if I'm sitting straight, that much of more capacity for my chest musculature to breathe more comfortably. You become more aware of it. So that is also a very important factor in terms of our physical aspect. The next factor is our breathing, or the prana or the chi factor, which is in terms of yoga and acupuncture. A free flow of prana is very, very important for our lung capacity or for the all health and well-being of our whole system, more so with our breath. So that's why we need to make sure that breathing is also very good, or the flow of energy is also very balanced and optimal. Third factor is our mind, the emotions. You may feel whenever we are stressed, whenever we are in a turmoil of emotions, automatically the first thing which happens to us is our breath. Either it is diminished or it is excessive. We try to hold our breath, or we are breathing very heavily. So see how it is connected. Our mind having a direct impact on our breath. So imagine we are in a state of stressful or grief or any kind of emotions, anger. This is always taking a toll on our breath. So if we make ourselves much more balanced emotionally, we can have a good lung capacity, good lung functioning to its optimal to ward off these conditions. Either it is pandemic or it is because of asthma, bronchitis, allergic rhinitis, you name it. So that's why mind also becomes very important. In terms of traditional medicine of Chinese or acupuncture perspective, grief is one of the factors which will reduce the lung capacity or the lung functionality itself. So let us manage the grief to whatever extent possible. That doesn't mean by taking acupuncture your grief will come down, but it will give you a clarity and awareness of how you can manage your grief much better instead of dwelling or succumbing into the grief. So we make sure that the triggers for the lung or asthma or the lung diseases are much better when you manage your grief that much better. And one more important factor for us to understand is the environment. The pollutants what we have in the air is one of the major factors for all these conditions. So we need to make sure that the air surrounding us is also very good. How do we do that? Again, you have to increase our lung capacity in a good environment. So you could have probably indoor plants in your office, in your home, which could actually help to detoxify the air around you, and you breathe very good. We all remember, isn't it? We go to a vacation amidst the nature and we see, oh, such a nice air around. So just imagine what can happen to that. See, when a good air is getting into your system, automatically your lungs are less stressed, and indirectly your heart is less pressurized because oxygen is transported to all the cells of your body. So then automatically you prevent so many other heart conditions as well. So that's why air quality is very, very important for us. Let us not depend on artificial means to get our air purified. We have natural means of plants getting indoors and in the surroundings of our outdoors as well to get good lung air or good air for our lungs. So these are the factors which we need to take care. How does acupuncture could help us? As I mentioned, acupuncture, when we put needles in specific areas, very fine needles which are sterile and disposable ones, which will improve our lung capacity in the sense that it will reduce the tightness in the chest, which is a common complaint in our bronchitis and asthmatic conditions, and also by releasing a lot of neurobiochemicals, it will reduce the stress and also reduce the allergic component in our system by improving the hypersensitivity, manage or moderate the hypersensitivity, which is a major factor for allergies. So that's how acupuncture could help to manage these conditions. At the same time, yoga becomes very important. Yoga is one tool which is there for you all the time. If you regularly practice with the right guidance and be consistent, your lung capacity has been proven to improve to large extent. One of the first studies of yoga therapy has been bronchial asthma, and that has been published in so many major journals of the world that it has been proven beyond doubt that yoga therapy with asanas, pranayamas, relaxation techniques, when done regularly, can make a big toll, a big therapeutic tool to manage our all these lung conditions, including the pandemic, including the allergic rhinitis, asthma, bronchitis. It's just that you need to be consistent. Practice the right asanas and the pranayamas, and take help of your yoga therapist who is qualified and registered, so that would help a great deal for you to manage all this. We also need to understand, when we do all these therapeutic tools to manage our day-to-day life, it is not just to do with your complaints of lung related to asthma, bronchitis, allergic rhinitis, but it will also help to improve your many other factors in your health and well-being. It will improve your digestion, it will improve your bowel movements, it will improve your sleep, because these are also a contributing factors for these conditions to develop. The hypersensitivity of our immunity is also a major contributing factor is our gut. That's a different topic to talk about altogether. If your gut is good with good amount of probiotics, automatically your hypersensitivity or immunity is much better. So diet also plays a very important role in preventing all these conditions or managing all these conditions. So healthy diet, organic food, along with a good lifestyle in terms of acupuncture and yoga therapy can be a comprehensive tool to manage all these respiratory allergies leading to chronic complications of asthma, bronchitis, pandemic and allergic rhinitis. I am sure all this information would be of great help for you to manage this, and see you soon with another topic. Thank you so much.